I'm so annoyed right now because rent is due motherfucking again, bruh. What?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure that the time, something's going on with time. I think it's the first way too often, way too frequently. It is the first. And I think we had an Illuminati employee who went rogue, messed with the time constructs of the universe, and maybe an intern. We're going broke out here. So if a higher up could maybe do some double checks on the staff.
It is much harder to lose when you live below your means. For the first 3 years of my 20s, I have been absolutely blessed to work within the real estate industry. Now, I am no longer active in the real estate industry, but I say I was blessed to work within the industry, not for the money that you can make or the homes that you can buy, but because you get to see what people do with their money. On one end, you get to see people who make way more money than you, how they invest it, where they're putting their money, and ultimately how they're getting a return on their investment. On the other end, you witness and hear stories of people who put their money into deals that turn out bad, whether that's just a basic residential purchase or whether that's a bad investment deal. Over time, all of the information and stories and instances that I've seen have affected how I actually handle my own money. Of course, when you are young, making more money is very, very important. But I can tell you what's more important is that you don't make more money and build your life off the money that you're making. So if you finally graduate college and get that $150,000 paying job, do not live your life like you're making $150,000. Yes, you can surely go out and buy the new home, you can buy the new car, but I can tell you from experience that doesn't necessarily make you more happy or give you the freedom that you're actually looking for. Most of the situations that I've seen turn out bad are usually because the people in the specific instance aren't able to pivot when needed. So if I help a client buy a home and they lose a job, they are not able to afford the life they created based on the job they were working. So if you're young and watching this, before deploying your money into anything, understand that you want a level of comfortability and freedom, like your baseline, that is probably way bigger than you think it is. But that's a good thing because once you have that, you are going to be able to pivot whenever needed, and you're still going to be able to get the things that you want. So the lesson in this is to live below your means. If you live below your means, you can bounce back even if you go back to zero. If you live below your means, it will give you the level of comfortability and freedom to pivot whenever needed.
Some ways that me and my husband save money while also living very comfortably on one income. First thing is we limit the amount of subscriptions we have. We have a YouTube TV subscription, and I pay monthly for iCloud storage, but it's like $2.99, so it's not bad at all. Not having all these different streaming services has saved us a ton of money. Another thing we do to save money that has literally saved us thousands over the years has been car payments. My husband both drive older cars. I have a 2015 Honda CR-V and my husband has a 2015 Jeep Wrangler, and we're in a very blessed position to say that our cars are paid off, and just cutting out the car payment alone has saved us so much money. I'm like, cannot stress this enough, like to the point that we cannot even imagine buying a new car. Would never buy like a brand new car. We've already talked about, like, if we did want to get a new car, we would trade in our old cars and then get a used car. I have always been the one to say, as long as it gets me where I need to go, I don't really care what I'm driving. Another thing that saves us a ton of money is nails. I do not get manicures anymore. Sometimes I will on special occasions, like my birthday. I always go get my nails done. At our wedding and our honeymoon, I went and got my nails done. But I do my nails at home, and I think they look pretty good. I think they look cute. I usually buy like the $7 press-ons. I recently invested in a gel manicure kit, and that has saved us a lot of money because every time I would go to the nail salon, it would be like $50 to $60, and that is just too much. Another thing we do to save money is use coupons. I would be lying if I sat here and told you that we didn't eat out, because We do. We love to go eat out. It's one of our favorite things to do together. We get a lot of coupons sent to our house in the mail. We take advantage of that. The way we save money is by shopping at Aldi. Aldi is key to saving money on groceries, too, because me and my husband are very particular about the type of food we buy. We try to buy organic and dye-free food just because we believe that's what's best for us, and it saves us a ton of money. If you want a part 2 on how we save money while living comfortably on one income, just comment down below. See you guys later, and happy budgeting.
Stop telling people to live below their means. Stop telling people that, because living below your means still doesn't make up for the fact that we don't make enough money. I'm living below my means and it's still hard. I don't know why y'all not ready to have that adult conversation yet. And people are so quick to say that when you tell them you're going through something financially. Y'all, even if I am living above my means or right at my means, there's no reason why I should have to cut out the little things that bring me joy to make up for the fact that we don't get enough money. And I say that because I know that personally, and I just see that so much. And granted, some people do live way, way, way above their means. But that's not who I'm talking about right now. I just know I reached the people who I needed to reach.
50K salary, live on 40K. 70K salary, live on 40K. 100K salary, live on 40K. You get it. The point is, live on less than you make. Live below your means until your means expand to a point where you can do whatever the fuck you want. This is really as simple as it gets when it comes to setting yourself free financially. Take your annual income and live on half of it or a quarter of it if you can. Yes, it's going to be difficult, and I'm not saying you have to starve yourself just to get rich through investments. But your alternative is to let your lifestyle creep up to your income level. Continue to spend and spend and spend and spend until eventually a bad day comes where you either get fired or you realize that, oh wait, I don't have any money for retirement because you didn't take things in your own hands. Live below your means. It's what I'm doing right now. I eat fucking mac and cheese twice a day. 69-cent mac and cheese. It tastes good and it saves me a shitload of money on food. It's just one of the ways I cut costs so that I can invest more money into myself, my businesses, and my fucking future.
What are you guys doing to survive in this economy? And my answer is staying put. I've been in this apartment for about 7 years. Now, it's a little outdated, maybe a lot outdated.
I remember watching this video like almost a year ago. And basically the young lady, you know, she had kind of like the black girl luxury aesthetic going on, but she had just moved to a brand new luxury apartment. And she was kind of having a transparent moment by saying that since she's moved from her old apartment to this luxury apartment, which I'm sure she deserved, she can't do as much as she used to do when she was in her old apartment. And one of the things that she enjoyed doing was traveling. So since she's moved into this luxury apartment, she can't travel as much as she used to. And she said that she had to pretty much come up with a strategy to figure out how she was going to do that because, you know, she was just like, I'm ready to move out of this luxury apartment. Like, she still made a lot of money, but majority of her money was going to rent. And so the small little luxuries that she enjoyed about life in her old apartment, she no longer could have them all. And I wish I could find this video. When I first saw it, I was just like, oh, wow, you know, I meant to save it and I forgot to. But she basically followed up and said to make a list of like 5 to 10 things that you always want to be able to do. And so, of course, on her list, she had traveling as one of the things that she enjoys doing throughout the year. Not just one trip a year, she enjoys to frequently travel. But she encouraged other people to come up with a list of their own. So what are 5 to 10 things that you need to always be able to do to make yourself feel happy after working all week, after, you know, going through life all week, and then tailor, you know, your living arrangements to that. She went on to say that, you know, she had like, you know, stainless steel, all the upgraded appliances, but she was looking at apartments and they all had like white refrigerators. But she said to be able to do what she wanted to do, which was travel every other month, that was something she was willing to sacrifice. I definitely think that's a good strategy. And for me, that's something that I've been kind of working on. What is it that I want to always be able to do, whether I'm making $50,000 a year or $500,000 a year? What is something that I need to keep me happy? You know, everyone's going to have a different list. Some people might be like, I just want to be able to DoorDash food and not worry about the extra fees on Friday. Some people might be like, I just want to go out for a couple drinks every week with my friend. And for some people, it's like, I need to be able to travel every 2 to 3 months. Whatever your list is, you know, then tailor that and then look at different ways in your life that maybe you could scale back. And I think for a lot of people, that would be the living arrangement. If I can find the video, I'll definitely keep looking. I looked everywhere for her video. But this video reminded me so much of that video because, you know, a lot of people say like, well, how are y'all getting by? How are you? And it's like, staying put. living below our means.
If you want to live below your means and save money, here are a few things to get rid of.
She is not lying. A couple of years ago, I was making a little over $140,000 working multiple full-time jobs from home. Decided that I wanted to get rid of my 2013 Hyundai Accent and get a 2022. In 2022, I got a brand new, fully loaded Kia Sportage SUV. And my car payment was about $700. I think it was like $681. But then, of course, I had to have full coverage insurance, which was about $200 more. And then I got all the full service packages and things like that. When I tell you, it ended up being about $900, which was eating up a huge portion of that income. And then I got laid off. So I no longer had this high income to be able to support this super high car payment. Now, my income is a little lower than that. I probably make about $120, but I drive a paid off 2012 Lobita car that I got off of Facebook Marketplace. I've had it for 8 months and I've saved thousands of dollars by not having a car payment.
I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say this humbly in hopes that I inspire someone on this Tuesday morning. My biggest flex in life right now is that, baby, I work a corporate job, but I live in a $900 apartment in the city.
Why does it take 2 paychecks to cover your rent? Why? Why does it take you to get paid 2 times in a month just be able to cover your rent? Or, let's look on the other end of the spectrum. Why does it take 2 paychecks to cover your car note? Why is your car note? Why is your car note even that fucking high that it takes 2 paychecks to cover your car note and insurance? We're going to throw another scenario out there. You got 2 people staying with you. In a relationship, y'all live together. Why does it take both of y'all paychecks in order to have a comfortable living or have a manageable lifestyle? Why does it take both of y'all paychecks to cover rent? Why does it take both of y'all paychecks to cover both of the cars? And people up here honestly wondering why they don't have any money, or why they feel like money is being thrown out the window, or why they got to go around saying like, damn, I get paid every 2 weeks. Where the fuck is all the money go to? Sometimes, this is the title of this video, sometimes when the math ain't mathing, it's time to fucking downgrade. Now, I know a lot of people ain't gonna want to agree with the fuck I'm about to say, but I'm gonna tell it to you anyway. The highest apartment you staying in, that's $2,000 to $2,600 because you feel like it's in a better area, but you gotta kill yourself to live in that better area. You may have to downgrade for a little bit until you can actually afford to fucking live there. It's okay to move from there and go live somewhere cheaper temporarily until you get back on your feet. And when I mean get back on your feet is when you're able to actually handle the rent to actually live in that area, because you can't. You can't. Or when it comes to a car, you might have to sell that motherfucker. Hey, I like Volkswagens. I like BMWs. I like Lexus. I like all the motherfuckers. What I don't like is how much the motherfuckers cost. How much the motherfuckers take out your motherfucking paycheck just to say that you look nice or you look good driving one. You got the 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023 model, and you out here hurting. Yes, you up here riding good, but you eating fucking ramen noodles every night. Or you drinking and water. Sip that down some water, hope that make you full. Or you got some bread. You know how you eat the bread and you drink the water, you let it swell up in your stomach to make you feel like that you're full. You shouldn't be having to do shit like that at all, just to say that you're living, just to say you're living better than most. You think you live better than most, but you're not, because you can't afford to do shit. All your hard-earned money is going towards your rent, or it's going towards the motherfucking car that you're driving that is only supposed to get you to point A to point B. Now, I like nice shit also, but I'd like to make sure my nice shit is attainable. I like to make sure that my nice shit is not kicking me in the ass every 2 weeks when I get a paycheck. Well, let's throw this scenario out there. You got a house. You one of the fortunate people that got a house. You by yourself, or, it's 2 of y'all making that work to pay the bills, stuff in the house. Let's say there's 2 people in the house. How long is it going to take y'all to pay it off? Let's say your house was $200,000. Shouldn't take you 30 years to pay the house off. If you're serious about getting out of debt, let's say that person is making $67,000, $60,000 or $70,000 a year, and now you're making $60,000 or $70,000 a year. Y'all making between $120,000 or $140,000 a year. It don't matter who make the most or who makes the legal on the less. Y'all making $120,000 to $140,000 a year. If my math serves me right, it should take you maybe 3-4 years to pay it off. If that's it should take you that long to pay it off if that's the only bill that you have. Because it's not. It's not. Majority of people, they got the house and they got the nice car. And not only one car, if you live by yourself, you got somebody else, you got 2 nice cars, that motherfucking nice ass house that you got. All I'm trying to say is when the math ain't math, and sometimes it's time to downgrade. It's more than okay to downgrade your lifetime. If you can't downgrade your life temporarily to make sure that you can live better in the future, I don't know what to tell you. I really don't know what to tell you. You should be able to. Oh, it's hard. You worried about how people is gonna look at you. You worried about how people gonna judge you. You shouldn't be worried about this shit at all. You should be trying to advance yourself and live better in the future. The object should be do the things today that people will not do, so you can have the future that you want, that people can't live in the future. Yeah, you see people going on trips and all this other shit, but they broke. They come back home, still got to pay bills. We're not even gonna get into that one. Matter of fact, I'm gonna say that for another video. But when the math ain't mathing, just make it make sense. It does not make logical sense. Why are you struggling to do this shit when you put yourself in this situation? Take yourself out the situation and you're gonna be struggling. Simple. The math ain't mathing.